Hey, what's up, everyone? Pastor Jams here, back with another podcast episode of Talkin Jamz. Episode 2, Charley Crockett, the face of country music. I'm here joined with Anthony, who had previously joined me on episode 1, and to kick off the whole podcast, this whole uh, show and everything. And I know I had not really been uploading much, and I just thought that another podcast episode was fitting, especially considering that it has been over a month now that the first episode has come out. And now we have this new camera that we're testing out. Hopefully, it looks a way lot better in terms of quality and stuff like that. And Anthony, thank you again for joining me. Well, introduce yourself to the peeps.
My name is Anthony. I'm not gonna expose my full identity here on here, but yeah, I honestly, you said it's already been a month since we did our first one, our first podcast. It honestly didn't even feel doesn't feel that long ago. I feel like we just did it like weeks ago or something like that. Nah, but happy to be here. Happy to be doing another podcast. Like we said in the last video, we really want to, make this become a very common thing for us. So, hopefully from now on after this video, we can, continue making videos like these for y'all, and yeah, just giving our opinions, of course, on whatever we're talking about that day. So, but yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Good stuff, good stuff. And I like how you emphasize, opinions, because opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But, like, not everyone agrees with your opinion, You gotta be like, hey, it's just an opinion, man. Hey, I don't know if I'm about to steal your words here, but especially with this episode.
Oh yeah.
Because what we're going to be talking about, we're going to piss off a lot of country fans. Hey, so let's jump right into this thing. Charley Crockett, the face of country music, question mark. So, Charley Crockett, if y'all are not familiar, I had just reviewed his latest album that came out in April, $10 Cowboy, the first 10 out of 10 since coming back, and the first 10 out of 10 on this channel that was a full album. I know I have given a 10 out of 10 before on this channel when I had first started 3 years ago, but it was an EP. And, this is amazing and, shocking that, he has taken that sort of mantle, I guess. I mean, at the same time, I mean, who am I to say, I'm a small channel. I appreciate everyone who watches and stuff like that. But, a 10 out of 10 is a big deal, regardless of who, like, whether it's one of the biggest channels on YouTube or like my, small like size channel and stuff like that. A 10 out of 10 regardless is a big thing to take in. Pause. But but Charley Crockett, he just turned 40 years old. He's from San Benito, Texas. You know who else is from San Benito? Freddie Fender. Did you know that?
Who?
Freddie Fender. You don't know who Freddie Fender?
I know you said Freddie. I'm sorry. I seriously thought he said Freddie Fazbear.
No, Freddie Fender, he's also from San Benito. And when you go to like South Padre or something like that, that's a beach here in Texas, by the way. His face is on the water tower. It says home of Freddie Fender. Before the next teardrop falls, and Wasted Days and Wasted Nights is what he's most famous for. And I thought that was awesome. Even though he represents Waco, Charley represents Waco a lot. I don't really know what's that all about, because, I mean, that's kind of in the north, right? And San Benito's more south from here. It's like, I believe it's like an hour away from where we are. Think I just gave us away, but whatever. But he's also the descendant of Davy Crockett. Almo, one of the big three. Fuck the big three, but it's just Big Me. Davy Crockett was like, fuck the big three. It's just Big Me. That's crazy though, that he's a descendant of Davy Crockett. And I mean, the reason that I'm mentioning these things is because he has that touch of like he just loves Texas. He loves Texas. He loves who he is, where he comes from, and his culture. On Instagram, he's always posting stuff like these little museums that he goes to and stuff like that. I don't know if you noticed that, but he just loves who he is, and I admire that so much. But in terms of him like coming up, he in my humble opinion, I think he has recently been on the rise, and the grind is so real. There have been interviews where he has been talking of like he would hitchhike from Waco all the way to New York just to have a chance to play an open for Willie Nelson for free. Just for a chance under a fucking bridge? Are you serious? That's crazy. But the grind is real, man. That is what makes this guy, stand out apart from his music, because the music is the core of it. But when you hear like the background of an artist and the dedication that they put into this, it's wild. So I don't know. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, honestly, like I could respect that as well. Respect the grind. I excuse me. I don't know his backstory. I heard a rumor that like you just said, he would hitchhike from Waco, going all the way up to New York, and he would. And I don't know if it's true or not. Again, like I just said, I don't know his backstory that well, but I heard when he got to New York, he would just carry his guitar everywhere. He just pull it out in the middle of on the sidewalk, where a lot of people, because of course it's New York, a lot of people walk around, a shitload of people. Well, he would just pull out his guitar and he would just strum. He would just strum and sing, and that's how he would gain money. That's how he would make money first doing that. So it again, the grind that this man has done, and honestly I didn't even know he was 40. Homie doesn't look. He doesn't even look for it. He looks great for his age, and it's heartwarming seeing how successful he's getting. By the way, if you have not heard $10 Cowboy, please go here. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. It is such a phenomenal album. He really sends a lot of messages through every song, I would say. And he's such a good storyteller. That's what I love about his songs too. He can add a story, he could add emotions to it. He literally, isn't there a song where he's like talking to a woman who's like at the casino and shit like that? Spade, there you go. Yeah. I mean, he literally tells a story about a woman in a casino. And
And how she that song was about him like they just come across each other, and she just teaches him a lesson about life. Like, yeah, you might be losing, but I'm not done though. Like she's gonna keep going. Yeah. I think that was awesome.
Yeah, and it's like, even with a song like that, and that's not even his deepest songs. I mean, this man has some pretty deep songs, deep ass songs.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're drunk and you're listening to him, you're probably gonna cry.
Sorry. No, you're good. You good? Speaking of being drunk, well, you introduced me to Charlie. I did, yeah. You introduced me to Charley Crockett. I want to say last October or so. And I'll ask you right now how you found out about him. But ever since then, dude, I mean, we've been hooked. Like his music is amazing. Also, we saw him live. We saw him live at a rodeo back in February, and the guy sounds just even better than he does in his music. I mean, his voice just so powerful, and his charisma, dude. Dude, the guy's very charismatic.
My man pulled up in an El Camino to the rodeo, bro, and he literally did donuts.
Yeah.
He parked and went on stage.
The way that he dresses too, like, it's badass. Like the way that he just carries himself in such it's not necessarily like a macho man type thing. He just knows who he is. He's confident. He loves his life, and he has a steady girlfriend, Taylor Day Grace, I believe since 2020. She's also a artist who does music. 3,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Just came out with her debut album, Hello Stranger, Haven't heard it yet, but I do want to listen to it and review it. However, I'm gonna go back to my original question of how you introduced me to him and stuff. But I get a little anxious and like nervous when couples are like musicians and they're together. Not saying I'm not, I'm not accusing nothing or like making assumptions. All I'm saying is that there has been a history of like, just being with a person for fame. And but from what I see, they are very happy together and it's amazing. That's I'm very happy for them. And hopefully there might be some little Charlies around. But that's good, man. You know, uh, I hope that she continues her music career regardless if it's good or bad. Like I think they have like that connection of like that same love for the culture, and I think that's why their bond is so strong. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't fucking know them, but it's just what I see. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to listen to it, and hopefully it doesn't go down that route. But it has before. You know what I mean? With previous artists before. And by the way, you know what? I'll mention that later. So go ahead and tell me how you, you know, uh, found him. Yeah.
So, I think it was, man, I think it was 2019, 2018 or 2019. It was one of those years. A buddy of mine who who is currently in the Air Force. He's up there in Washington, I believe. Uh,
Shout out.
shout out Ian, my guy. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. So we, it was a New Year's party. It was a New Year's party. I remember. So, of course, it's New Year's. You're celebrating, popping fireworks, getting drunk, and it was cold. So I had a fire pit in my backyard. So I remember everybody was in the front, and he was like, "Hey man, I wanna." This is gonna be funny. I want to have a sip of scotch with you, and I want to show you this guy that I've been listening to.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
He had brought this bottle of scotch. It was I forgot the name of it, but it was a pretty good ass scotch. I'm personally not a fan of whiskey or scotch, but yeah. So the fire pit was going, and he pours us the cup and everything, and he's like, and I asked him, I said, hey, like, who are you gonna show me? And he puts on, um, that's how I got to Memphis. That was the first ever song I heard from Charley Crockett, and I cannot stress like how much I got into Charley Crockett just from that one song. So I remember I told him, I was like, dude, this guy sounds badass. Like send me his profile. And so looked him up on Apple Music. Yeah, I know Apple Music. Oh, sorry. Looked him up on Apple Music, and I just started listening to him. I went from, of course, his top songs at the moment. Of course, Jamestown Ferry was the biggest one at the moment, and then that's when I started hearing "You Must Be Drunk Again,"
Yeah.
"Honky Tonk Man." I'm sorry, "Honky Tonk Blues." Sorry, not "Honky Tonk Man." Um, what's
Well, let me help you out there. I think you're talking about his 2017 release, Lil GL Honky
Yeah.
Tonk Jubilee.
Yeah.
Has You Must Be Drunk Again and Jamestown Ferry.
Jamestown Ferry, yeah. So yeah, that's how I got introduced to Charley Crockett. Again, shout out my guy Ian for that. Um, and then I showed you in last year,
Yeah.
last year, and fuck, what was the first song I showed you?
You Must Be Drunk Again.
You Must Be Drunk Again. Okay, that's right. We were already drunk, so I was like, we were already drunk. Hey, what are we, man? But yeah, man. And then I think that's when the album, I think that's when that it got announced, and we heard that he was coming to the rodeo, so we were like, dude, we have to get fucking tickets, and we got it, and we saw him, and you brought up a good point how how he appreciates and loves Texas so much. So I'm obviously not gonna give away where we live and everything, but literally like 5-10 minutes away from where I live, he appreciates Texas so much that he actually would go to these little small. He just pops up out of nowhere at random places, and yeah, and he'll play.
Yeah.
He'll perform. He'll bring his band with him, and
It sells out like that.
sells out quick. There's literally a place about 5-10 minutes away from where I live, and he would post on his Instagram, "Hey, I'm gonna be at this place. Get tickets now," and like
And boom.
they sell out
Click
quick.
it and it's already sold out.
It's crazy. But yeah, man, the dedication this man has, and again, like I said earlier, it's heartwarming to see how big he's getting, the attention that he's getting. People can finally see the talent this man has and the dedication he puts into his music. But yeah, ever since then, since I'm gonna say 2018. I think it was 2018 is when he showed me. But yeah, ever since then, man, Charlie's just been my number one country artist opinion. My number one country artist right now. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I do have to say that it's amazing how he's up there. I don't want y'all to think that Charlie's some sort of like, he has like a mild following. This dude is loved in Texas and Nashville, areas like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how he'll do stuff like that, given the popularity that he already has. The guy performed at a rodeo that it was a stadium, it was a stadium. Then he goes to like these little mom and pop shops, like these bars that can house, I don't know, 100 people, and he'll play. He doesn't care. Well, not that he doesn't care about like the money. He loves, excuse me, he loves playing his music, stuff like that, and it's amazing. By the way, I know we're at the 18-minute mark here. You mentioned you don't like whiskey. You're not a fan of whiskey. Oh yeah, because I got a little something in my cooler. I got a little something in my cooler, Anthony, that you maybe you want to see. Just cover it. All right, so this is the segment on the show where we take this mystery shot, and it's funny because this is the shot that we took when we went to go see him. This is the shot that we took, and they were really hot because we went to go eat, and in Texas, the burning sun heats. Cars are just abysmal when you get in them.
And this was in February, and
it
was still
hot. And it was still horrible. Anyways, let's see how I'm gonna do with this, cause how I am with shots. Cheers, bro.
You gonna finish it?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it.
I couldn't finish it.
Hey, not that bad, Hey, on the real though, what do you think he drinks? You think he drinks like whiskey and stuff?
It's funny. We actually had a conversation like this one night. So I know I literally just said a couple minutes ago that I'm just not a fan of whiskey. Because the ones clearly you saw how I reacted and everything. But I don't know. Like all the whiskey that I've drinking, it just tastes like I'm drinking wood.
But that's the beauty of it, Gotta get that wood taste, you know what I mean? Gotta get that firewood taste in your mouth. You think okay, I am a firm believer he drinks whiskey. I think Charlie drinks whiskey on the rocks, but You think he drinks something classic like Jack Daniels or what was that Buffalo Trace, or you think he drinks something like obscure like hidden gem type stuff?
I mean, we Texans, we don't really give a damn what we're drinking. So,
As long as it
so
got
as long as it has alcohol percentage, we're drinking that bitch. Um, I don't know though. I feel like, I feel like it wouldn't matter to him. You know,
Yeah.
maybe he does. Maybe hell, maybe right now he could be having a glass of Jack Daniels or something.
Cause I saw a post. Oh, y'all hear that? I saw a post that he made where it was like a memory that he posted on his story to Instagram. It was like 2016. He was at a friend's house and just singing music in his kitchen, his friend's kitchen. Um and he's like the caption or something was like, "Remember we were drinking shiners and eating hot dogs?" Like, dude, like, hey, he's just so relatable, man. Like, simple shit, and if he's happy with it, like, that's awesome, dude. Simple stuff like that, hot dogs and Shiner Bug, like, can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to get into the nitty gritty of things. His discography, 1.3 monthly listeners on Spotify, and that's just Spotify. I believe you mentioned that they don't show how many listeners that are on Apple Music. Okay, I mean, I am. I mean, I'm willing to bet that it's probably the same number. So altogether, close to 3 million monthly listeners worldwide a month, and that's just the two biggest platforms on, in terms of streaming music. You also got Tidal, Pandora, and all that shit. Even though who the fuck uses Pandora anymore? But YouTube as well. And you know what? I was gonna go from present to past, but let's go past to present. 2017, Lil GL, Honky Tonk, Jubilee, like you mentioned, You Must Be Drunk Again, Jamestown Ferry. Those are the tracks that you introduced me to in terms
Just
of.
a drink away. Sorry.
No, you're good.
No, sorry. That's another song on the album. Just a drink away. That's also a good song. But I was trying to think about it the entire time since I was talking about it,
Yeah.
but I couldn't remember.
Those are the songs that you introduced me to, and like, kind of like what started it all, I guess. This whole journey and stuff. And I do have to say, 2019, The Valley, 10,000 Acres. We'll get to that in a minute. But 2020 as well, even during COVID times, he was still on his grind. Uh, the album, Welcome to Hard Times, with the amazing track, the Man That Time Forgot. I gotta ask you, Anthony, and this is a big talking point in this episode. You had mentioned that he has some very deep songs that a man sometimes a man just goes through it. Why do you think, I mean, you think he has gone through some shit? I mean, we're talking about 10,000 Acres. We're talking about The Man That Time Forgot. Mighty Lonesome Man. The track So Did I. Dude, that track gets me, man. Why so depressing? Why do you think he embraces these songs? Like, and it's not like he's promoting it. It's like he's acknowledging it. He is like, "Hey, I'm going through it too." It's all not just fame and drinking and money. Tell me your thoughts, man. Cuz we all even the track from 2022, The Man from Waco, uh I'm Just a Clown, like he not necessarily beating himself down, but like, I mean, people perceive him that way, kind of. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, it's you take only we're only talking about Charlie Crockett, but I mean there are so many other artists out there who do the same thing as him. And I do believe Charlie has gone through some shit in his life. I mean, dude, this life is a bitch, bro. You know, you're gonna go through ups, you're gonna go through downs. So, you know, I feel like, uh, you know, I'm not no fucking doctor. I'm not like, you know, I can't diagnose him with like depression or anything like that. But depression, yeah. Yes, I thought it was on lesson in depression. That's another good one.
But it's depressing.
It is
But it's
depressing.
like upbeat.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and the same thing with like I'm just a clown. It's a little upbeat too, but again, based on the lyrics and so fun fact, a little quick story. I showed Junior 10,000 Acres because I was driving home one day and I pressed shuffled on my on Charlie Music, and that was the first song that came up, and I was like, and bro, I'm not gonna lie, I teared the fuck up, dude. That song gets to me every time, and I knew I had to show Junior, and it turns out to be one of our favorite songs, favorite songs by him. But I don't know, man. You know, I do believe Charlie has been through shit. You know, especially, oh my god. You know what? I'll bring it up later, off of his new album. We'll bring up that song later. But but yeah, I think this is just his mechanism to, you know, to spread a message to people across the world, saying like, hey, like I've been through this. I mean, because you could think of hundreds and thousands of artists who.
Can I add on that real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You were talking about hey, this is that moment where like we need two microphones, you know? We'll get to that. Hey, barely starting out, baby. But you know, you mentioned like adding a message. I was gonna add on, and I was gonna ask you when you were done, like, you think he's like a really strong advocate for men's mental health and stuff like that? Like I mean, everybody goes through it, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think he's like he writes? Well, he doesn't write them, but some of these are covers. You think he advocates these songs so much because he truly believes in the message? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, like we said when we first started the video, you know, he just seems like a genuine guy. It seems like he really does, you know, care about the world. He really does, you know, understand how people around the world feel. And, you know, I feel like this is, excuse me, I'm sorry. And I feel like, yeah, yeah. That's why I took the mic away. No, but I do believe he is a big advocate for it, you know. And again, there are hundreds of artists who can say the same thing. You know, you could think of rappers, you could think of, you know, rock stars, and hell, you know, sometimes it doesn't even need lyrics, just based on the sound, on everything. It could really, you know, make you sad, or, you know, whatever it may be. But yeah, I do believe Charlie has been through it in his life, based on what we know of his background, of course. Um, but uh, but yeah, man, you know, I feel like, and this is another topic for, we could save it for this video or another video, but fame, you know, maybe he doesn't want the fame, he just wants to grind, you know, and it's like, $10 Cowboy was obviously his best album. You know, he's performing on Jimmy Kimmel. You know, he's Good Morning America. He's selling out stadiums now. You know, of course, he was the main big artist for the rodeo, of course.
And we plan on going to see him again in September. In September, we plan on going to see him again. Hopefully, hopefully that shit doesn't sell out, dude. I mean, there's two shows we could possibly go to. Hopefully, I hope, man. I'm crossing my fingers, you know. But switching it up a little bit, apart from, you know, the more emotional, depressing songs. And when I say depressing, I mean, I'm not beating down on them, because they're amazing. They are truly powerful songs, you know what I'm saying? Let's switch it up with the more like upbeat, like he's a good storyteller, like you said. Over there, that's Frank from 2021. 10 for Slim, Charlie Crockett sings James' Hand. Don't Tell Me That is a really upbeat, and I think he did it at the rodeo. a really upbeat track that is just all around a feel good thing. Um, and then the Man from Waco is very empowering. Self-titled track from 2022, his last like big album. I think that track, the Man from Waco, like the way that it's perceived, like it's just like he's very confident with it, like he yeah, the man from Waco, boom 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 boom, yeah yeah yeah. And then dude, $10 Cowboy, we are here now in the present, April 2024. $10 Cowboy, dude, that self-titled track goes hard. And also America goes hard too. And Solitary Road, oh my god, the whole album from start to finish. But okay, so this is the segment where let's talk about the album, the new album. There are sequences, in my opinion, where he kind of fleshes out like hardship, like good at losing. Good at losing. That song goes hard, man. Seriously, good at losing is the track where he is just talking about the hardships of what he's gone through. Everywhere he has gone, everywhere in the United States, and he's gone through it, dude. They laughed at me in New York City. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Me a fool in LA. Hey! It's really it's kind of sad, honestly, that such an amazing artist, a person with so much talent, to kind of be like spat at, like, oh, you fucking suck.
I mean, that's the harsh reality of the music industry too. Because uh, I'm gonna assume there have been thousands of artists who try to make it to the top, but they get rejected. And Good at Losing is a
That song goes hard.
perfect song, and he explains it so um describes it very well on the hardships it took for him to get to where he's at. Like Junior said, he's been all around the USA. He brings up state, brings up city. You know, like we just saying. They called him a fool in L.A. They laughed at him in New York City. Uh, Nashville. I doubt that Nashville saw me coming. I mean, it's such a great song, and that's just one song off. There's like what 12 songs on it.
There
On Dump?
are 12 songs.
12 songs.
You got it right on the money.
And that's just one of the songs that has fantastic storytelling to it. There's another one, City of Roses.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's what I'm talking. That's what I was gonna get to. There's like three sequences in this album. There's a part where it's more the hardship, like getting tired again, good at losing, and America. But you also have, whoa, you okay? You also have empowering songs like $10 Cowboy, Hard Luck and Circumstances. Even though he's talking about hardship and like the struggle, oh, dude, the female choir and like the way that he presents the song is just so uplifting. You know what I'm saying? And Ain't Done Losing Yet. But then you also have like that romantic sense of him, which we haven't really seen of him. But it's good. Like Spade, which I know it was like an encounter with a lady, but it's more of like a feel good, like life lesson type thing. But in terms of like romantic stuff, like most likely with his girlfriend, ain't Diamond on the Rough, City Roses, and Lead the Way. And I know my heart lead the way. Yeah. Okay, so The album's perfect, man. I know I've asked you before, and I probably know your score. And this is where we're gonna get to in this part of the video. I gave it a 10 out of 10. It's album of the year so far, in my opinion. What do you give it, and why?
I think I'm gonna give it a. No, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 too. Cause when we heard it opening night when it first came out, we heard it at my place.
Yeah, at midnight. At midnight we heard it.
I honestly enjoyed every single song on it, and I forgot the last song on the album. I forgot what it's called.
Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy. I got a. I had, for some reason, I don't know if I was just tired because we did listen to it pretty late, but I got a Johnny Cash vibes from him on that song. The way that it started and everything, it reminded me of Johnny Cash vibes, and I was like, I was thinking to myself, man, this guy took us on a journey of emotions and storytelling, and he's gonna end off with Johnny Cash vibes, because I know we're big fans of Johnny Cash too. And I was just like, man, dude, this album goes fucking hard, dude. So yeah, I would 100% give it a 10 out of 10. And I know that's album of the year. We'd have to see. We're only halfway through the year, but so far it is. I would say probably a top 3 album of the year. Yeah. I'd have to look at like how many albums came out, but definitely top 3 for sure so far.
And this is where we're gonna move on to the next part of this segment, and what we discussed in for the episode. We're not country gurus, okay? We're not like the most expert country listeners out there. Okay, take this. Charley Crockett has opened my eyes to country music. I gave it a 10 out of 10. In my personal opinion, and I'll go on record saying this, he's the face of country music right now. He's the face of country music right now. The way that he perceives himself, the sound that he brings to the table, the guy has said himself, the best way he describes his music is like a mixture of jambalaya. Like, there's so many ingredients. There's so many like inspirations. There's so many like influences that goes into his music, and it comes out that way. The way that his music comes out is like it's so different from what I mean, not saying I've never heard country music. He's mentioned Johnny Cash. I've also heard George Strait. Of course, like, who, dude, country music, who the fuck hasn't heard George Strait? I love Billy Carrington. He's a great country artist. I'm just saying, I'm not like the most like hardcore country guy there. I know there's Luke Combs. I know there's Morgan Wallen. I know there are country artists out there. And just because I give him a 10 out of 10, here's my question to you. Is it justified? Is it is that a score that, I mean, like, I know there's bigger country artists out there, but I truly believe that this guy is it. He has it. You know what I'm saying?
So you're asking me, like, your rating justifies why you see him as the face of country right now?
Not my rating, but who, like, I mean, not a lot of people see him that way. So how do you what do you think about that claim?
I would definitely say probably give it time. Give him some time. You know, he's I feel like he's probably reaching his
He's still young.
And I feel like he could still be in his prime. He probably is in his prime right now. You know, cuz like we said before, this $10 Cowboy easily was his best album. I mean, he made top 50, or top 100 albums of the year, and he was in like the 10s, 10 through 19s. Yeah. Like he got up there. Yeah. He got pretty up there. To backtrack to what you said, if he's the face of country, he easily could be. I feel like, I wouldn't say right now he is, but he easily could be. I just feel like he needs, he's getting up there, but he just needs that one last push to get him like on top of the game right now.
And he will be getting that last push because Charlie has announced that he has been done and finished writing his 15th and 16th album. The guy is really keeping up with the grind. And he has a big announcement on July 18th. I wonder what it is. But, I mean, it doesn't stop. $10 Cowboy was his biggest album. He could have wrote it out for a good year or two. But it doesn't stop there, folks. He has announced officially that the 15th and 16th album is done. It all it has to do is be produced and stuff like that. So, excuse me. Sorry, headphone users. We're going to be ending off this video with what is the future for Charlie? In my personal opinion, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, the grind is real, but I think he has a good thing going for him. It's so amazing what he's accomplished thus far, especially with like his backstory, man. And just keep it up, and he can only, go up from here. Hey, cheers to Charlie, dude.
Cheers to Charlie, absolutely. No, definitely, without a doubt, the future for Charlie is bright. Without a doubt. I think these, dude, 15 and 16th album, that's crazy. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the man loves making music. And I don't think he's gonna stop. Oh, yeah. I don't think he's gonna stop anytime soon, unless God forbid something happens to him. But yeah, I think the future is gonna be really bright for Charlie. I think this album, it broke him into even more success. So yeah, hopefully July 18th is when he'll announce when the next album will be released, or I don't know, something, a single or something. I don't know. New music from Charlie, it's just gonna be badass for us. Fuck. Excuse me. Sorry. But yeah, the future is bright for him, man. And I've said this before. It's so heartwarming. It's incredible to see a man like him be so successful. And of course, we hope that his girlfriend can reach that the break through the wall too. Oh yeah. We wish her luck on her music journey as well. And who knows, maybe she'll pop up on his songs. Maybe they'll do a duet, a feature, a duet or something. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I have not heard any of her songs. I don't know what she sounds like or anything. Maybe we'll review her album. Yeah. We'll do a review on it.
Yeah, for sure. In terms of duet, dude, I hope they do either Something Stupid, which is from Frank Sinatra. It's a duet song, or the duet songs from Johnny Cash and June Carter. We got married in a fever. Yeah, Jackson. Or It Ain't Me, baby. That shit will go hard. Hey, Charlie, do that shit, bro. Anyways, I know we're going on 45 minutes here. I think we're gonna wrap it up here, Anthony. Anything you want to say to the viewers?
No. I'm just kidding. No. It's in. It's crazy. I was thinking about this the last time we did a podcast. Time goes by quick. When we've been here 45 minutes, doesn't even feel that long. But no, we appreciate y'all watching this video, and like we both said at the beginning, we hope that we can continue doing these podcasts for a long time. You know, we're gonna eventually get two mics, maybe even a better camera, and we'll have a better the fuck's it called, area, I guess you could say. Yeah, area. But yeah, we appreciate y'all watching and everything.
All right. Thank you, Anthony, for being here. Always a good time with you, brother. You know.
Thank you.
And thank y'all for watching. I know we're going on 45 minutes here, but hey, that's what a podcast's all about, baby. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everyone who watches, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. The face of country music, Charley Crockett, question mark. You know, I know we have made some bold claims here. I know it sounds bad, but we've made some bold claims in this video, but hey, it's just our opinion, We are I'm certainly more open to country music than I was before I heard Charley Crockett. And even before that, like I said, Billy Carrington, Johnny Cash, George Strait, they are amazing artists. But anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed, and thank you for tuning in to this the second episode of Talkin Jamz. Hopefully y'all are looking forward to the next video. Pass the jams out.